everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to share with you a little problem that I have, and that is hearts. Lots and lots of wooden hearts. And you might be looking at this and thinking, oh, that's not that many. Well, there's more. I don't even know why I have so many wooden hearts, but I do. And this is kind of a good problem to have in a way, because what holiday is coming up? Valentine's Day. And you might be thinking to yourself, whoa, this is Christmas crafts 365. But don't worry, these will be able to be used at Christmas or Valentine's Day or both. So today the goal is to make as many different craft ideas using these wooden hearts as possible. So let's jump into the video. For this first craft, I'm going to be using two hearts that nest inside of one another nicely, and I'm just lining them up so that I can drill a hole into the largest one at the very top in the center. Then I'm going to be taking two different types of scrapbook paper. This smaller one I found at Joann's, and this larger book I found at Michael's after Christmas on clearance. So I'm doing some Valentine's Day looking patterns, but again, you can still definitely use these at Christmas time. Now normally I would trace the hearts on the back side of the paper so you don't see the pencil lines, but I'm doing it on the front this time because I want to see what the pattern is going to look like, so I'm lining it up to look the right way. After tracing both of them, I cut out the hearts and I'm going to glue them on to the wood using Mod Podge. Now all these hearts I have found basically at Hobby Lobby, and this is the perfect time to go and get them because Valentine's Day things are out. When I was doing my after Christmas clearance shopping, they've actually already gotten Valentine's Day things out on the shelves. So if you're wanting to look for these wooden hearts, go to the Valentine's Day section at Hobby Lobby. After gluing on these pieces of paper, I do trim up the edges just a little bit in case there's any pieces that hang over the edges a lot, but that's really easy to do, just a few little trims here and there. After cutting it out, I make a little hole using a needle where I drilled the hole earlier, and I'm going to be hot gluing this wood piece on top of the other one to make a nice little pattern of two different types of paper. After gluing this, if you've watched any of my shadow box videos, you have seen me use this technique. I'm going to be putting this Elmer's glitter glue around the edges just to give it a little bit of sparkle. And this was the perfect color because it's not exactly red, but it's also not orange. It matched the paper really well. And then using my diamond dust, I'm going to be applying that to the glitter glue to make a nice sparkly outline around that smaller heart. It was a small detail, but really pretty. Then using this little cream colored bow that matched the bows on that paper, I glued that into the center. And the last thing I'm going to do for this craft is just string the string through the hole that I made and add a couple of beads. Now these wooden beads, what was great about this is the plain wood matched perfectly, so I didn't have to paint it or anything. Then I already had a red bead already pre-painted from the store, and I just did a pattern of brown, red, brown. And here is the first finished ornament. And I think it's really pretty. It's perfect for Valentine's Day or for Christmas. And I really like this pattern so much that I did a second design just using different paper. For the second ornament, I'm going to be painting it just a nice red color, and I'm using my Americana acrylic paint that you can find at Hobby Lobby, or I've seen it at Joann's or even Michael's. After painting them, you can see that I ended up doing 3 of these, and I always make multiple of every ornament. I don't always show you every one I make, but I make multiple because I end up selling them at craft shows later in the year. Now this little half circle that I'm painting on here, I was using at first folk art paint, and I don't know if you like folk art paint. If you do, that's great, but I thought it was awful. I was just kind of lazy and didn't go and get my normal Americana paint that I had, and I ended up going and getting it because that folk art paint was chunky and thick and globby, and you can't tell from the video, but it looked really bad. So now I'm just using my POSCA paint pens to add a few decorations, and if you guessed correctly, this is a little snowman. So I did the little carrot nose, and now I'm just doing a cute little wreath around its head, like it has a little halo of garland, and it's very cute and very sweet. I added some little berries. I thought I would use my little paint pen, but this larger red one worked just fine. I didn't have to make quite as many dots as I would have with the little one. And I ended up discovering this little technique where I put the paint pen on the little cheeks, but then I end up using a paintbrush to spread it around, and it makes like the perfect little rosy cheeks, so I don't have to get out pink paint and white paint and mix it together. The POSCA pen blends really nicely with a paintbrush. Doing the little coal mouth with my black one, and just some sweet little eyes, like they're smiling and their eyes are closed, with a couple little eyelashes. Now this could have been finished the way it was, but I wanted to add some little white dots, and I'm doing that with my dotting tool and just normal white acrylic paint. These dotting tools are amazing. You can find them, I think, at Hobby Lobby and other craft stores as well. And here are the 3 finished hearts. Very simple, but very, very cute. Now for this third ornament, I'm going to be using this pink acrylic paint, my Americana paint, and I'm going to be adding some greenery. So this one's definitely going to look a little bit more Christmassy. I did 3 little stems of greenery, and I'm going to glue those in a fan shape in the center of this heart. After gluing those down, I got out some of the sparkly green twigs. They kind of look like little frosted branches, and I'm just cutting 3 of those out to match the length of the greenery as well. Now I will start off by saying that this one, I like it better than I initially thought I was going to, but I didn't really enjoy it while I was making it because of this part right here. I used this jute to wrap around the greenery to kind of make it look like the greenery was in a pocket, and I think the problem I had with this is I used jute that was way too large. I at first thought if I use bigger jute I won't have to wrap it around as much, but because it was so thick it wanted to pull away from the wood, and it took a long time for it to dry. So it was a long process and not very enjoyable because it kept wanting to slide down the curved edges of the heart. But if I'd used smaller jute, I think it would have been a whole lot easier and more enjoyable, but in the end it really didn't look that bad. So as you can see, after I finished wrapping it around, it just tapered off at the bottom of the heart. I thought it looked kind of empty, so I added some larger sparkly branches behind the greenery and a couple small ones on the edge just to fill out the little pocket. And last finished detail was this little heart in the center and the jute string at the top. So really in the end, I like it better than I thought, but in the process I didn't enjoy it. Now this last one, I used these hearts that were pre-drilled, but you can see I drilled a small hole at the bottom of that top one. This is going to be similar to the first craft that I did, but I'm using 2 different papers with bows on them. So after tracing and cutting them out, I have 2 papers that match the hearts perfectly, and I'm going to use my Mod Podge again to put the paper on top of the hearts. And of course, I'm also going to be poking the holes with my pin so that I can string the hearts together, because these hearts are going to be dangling from one another. I'm going to use a needle to pull the string through the hole in order to attach the bottom heart to the top heart, but that's not all I'm going to do. I'm also going to add some beads to this as well, using a red bead and a plain bead with no paint or stain on it. Then I'm going to string it through the top heart and attach those together. They're going to be really close together, so pulling it so the top heart is close to the bottom one, I'm going to tie a simple couple little knots into the back of the heart and then cut the string to fit the size. I also ended up adding a red and brown bead to the top, just like at the bottom, but there was one little thing that was bothering me, and it was these 2 little strings sticking out from the side. They kept jutting out and you could see them from the front, so I just put a little hot glue and glued those 2 together so that they stayed nice and flat on the back, and that solved the problem. Now on the front, I wanted to add a little bit more detail, so I added a little red bow to this white paper down below, and then a little heart button to match. Now I have tons of different styles of buttons, and I just happen to have the right buttons for this project. Then at the top, I'm repeating the same thing but using a cream colored bow to match the bow on the paper, and then a little cream colored heart as well into the center. I think this one turned out really adorable, and as you can see, it matches the first craft really well. I ended up making 4 different crafts using multiple hearts. That is a great start to using up all of my wooden hearts. If you like this video, don't forget to comment and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.